Welcome, one and all, to Bike Racing Without Mercy, Celtic Edition. Back in beautiful Snowdonia with a climbers peloton led by none other than Nick Brownbill. Do check out his YouTube channel. Now, our mission was not trivial, requiring us to complete a southern and a northern loop, replete with jaw-dropping vistas, but only for those prepared to conquer gradients that can only be described as despicable. 240 kilometres with 6,000 metres of elevation was the goal, one that turned out to be a tad over-ambitious, but fear not. This was a spectacular day of pedalling. The Giro de Snowdonia is about to begin, and look, we have a peloton and a grand depart. Very nice indeed. Thank you for arranging this, Nick.
Thank you all for
Huge respect. And we're off. There's been a lot of snow over here the last couple of days, but it looks alright. Fingers crossed. After a savage off-camera encounter with a 1 kilometre stretch of tarmac averaging 13%, placing all, including our Dutch companions, on notice as to what awaited, we drifted lazily into the Snowdonia plains en route to the climbing party. The pelotons together, we're now in proper Snowdonia. Hey out, Nick and Pete.
How good's this? All these backpedalers out together.
Yeah. Look at that. The peloton. John has been to the rescue to help Troy fix his chain. Yeah, chain came fully off. Come on, let's see if it works. Come on. The moment of truth.
Could be a failure.
Go on, Troy.
Could all be a failure.
Go on, go. Go on, Bambi's first tentative steps. My word! Yes, nice one, John. I've never seen a chain come clean off, and I can report that the process of fixing it was not rapid, but it was effective. Teamwork makes the dream work. Broken again. Oh Christ. The new Factor Red. How's it? First impressions?
Flies.
Flies. It flies. Well, we'll see, because what's the climb we got coming next?
In Welsh?
Yeah. Oh. Morning.
It's the Bwlch-Y-Groes.
You looking forward to it?
Definitely. Yeah. Will be hard, so
It's going to be hard.
it's going to be real hard.
You can go on 100-kilometre rides in Holland and climb how much? 60 metres?
Go around, yeah. I'll do an elevation in feet so I can get a bit more.
Gaming the system. Nice. Could this be any more Welsh? Official 100 climbs, Bwlch-Y-Groes clocks in at 2.95 kilometres, averaging 12.5%. It's known by some as Hellfire Pass and was only tarmacked in the 1950s. Give me a baptism of fire for the Dutchie and the Londoner.
The Welsh run takes 2 people to a hilly will.
Always going to kick up. Here we go. Okay, I am. We're going to really pace it carefully.
Cattle going halfway up as well. Oh, really?
I'm going to pace it very carefully. So if you want to go faster, just do it in.
I don't know that, fella. Do it straight to watch.
Yeah.
Although, there's not much else you can do on this hill. But press hard.
Yeah. Press hard is the advice I'm given. Oh dearie me. Lee Baxter grinding out the slow cadence.
Nice climb though. I won't be saying that in a bit. Oh, look at this. %. Feels like about 3, eh, Ian?
Oh well, speak for yourself.
It's better than 20. Quite hot now.
Sorry. It doesn't help when we're doing 4 miles an hour. Yeah.
I'm already 1 minute 24 behind your KLM.
I'm glad for you guys that there's good visibility, because for you to come all the way here and not see it.
It's beautiful, isn't it? I'm relenting though.
Yeah. And the fact you can just see it all is the worst.
Yeah. This pace alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's for you, eh?
Well, we are 3 hours in.
Wow, this is a climb. Proper climb, this. Got 15%, eh?
Yeah, I think because it doesn't like change gradient, but you don't notice how steep it is.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to turn on a flat road onto a 20%
yeah.
gradient,
This would be hell.
yeah, but because it's safe.
Bit of snow. Yeah, a bit of snow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Just what you want. Calgary, big climb.
from here to the top.
Yeah.
I think is where Lee Gardner broke the women's Everesting record.
Okay. Took about 800 meters to go.
Oh no, there's a car.
Okay.
I took care to manage my scarce resources, like a pilot with limited fuel trying to get back to base and land the aircraft. So I was sure to stay at or below my anaerobic threshold, targeting 240 to 275 watts, in order to avoid using the precious anaerobic energy reserves that the scientists call W prime. And observe my cadence throughout this climb. No spin to win here. Mash for cash was the name of the game. My gearing, well, it was a compact on the front and a 32 on the rear, and I was in the easiest gear throughout, staying seated in the saddle all the way to the cattle grid, averaging there 58 to 70 RPM.
Yeah, it's definitely snowing.
Food for thought, I hope you'll agree, if you find yourself spinning up Zwift's radio tower climb at 90 RPM. After the briefest of respite going over the cattle grid and having been properly softened up, Bwlch-Y-Groes unleashes its fullest and most despicable fury with a golden kilometre of perpendicular gradients in the 14 to 28% range. So now is the time to invest some of that W prime and enjoy some respite out of the saddle, swinging the bike and fettling down the power as much as possible, but just enough to sustain reasonable forward momentum. Now, Ed told me they held the Tour of Britain once here with riders on steel bikes and with 28s in the rear at that time, and unsurprisingly many of them had to walk on this section. Appalled at the shock and awe power and speed being deployed, the sheep scarper for their lives. That's right, my Willem friends, I am back in your manor, armed with my pain face, near terminal heart rate and 8 kmh velocity. Our fellow adventurers were in touching distance, almost. I say almost because traversing 250 metres in these parts takes time. Progress is glacial, and probably best measured using carbon dating techniques. Indeed, like me, you may even start to fantasize about what sweet relief awaits over the brow. But don't. The relief? It's flavoured 10 to 16%. Only this time, your heart rate's 15 BPM higher than before the cattle grid. Note also that my heart rate monitor decided to go temporarily on strike due to the cold. Final lunge to the top? Of course not. This is Snowdonia in the snow, only temporary respite. But I drank it in, I dropped the power, I rode the hill, I pampered myself, and I let the body do its thing and clear the metabolic waste. And here at last, the final lunge to bank 396 metres vertical and exquisite relief, plus to the climbers the snow spoils. Arctic exploration at its finest. Sir Ralph Fiennes would have been proud. I'm sure he'd have been proud. Well, pretty certain he'd been proud. He would have been proud, right? Anyway, it took 18 minutes, 27 seconds, averaging 9.6 kilometres an hour. 273 watts average. Numbers that look easy from the comfort of your living room, but trust me, as you saw, not so easy on the real thing.
Wow. That's someone else, isn't it? Hard.
Robotic. Well, you're now officially welcomed into Wales. You have a Welsh passport, everything.
That's hard.
It's a mental climate. Even more so, it's snowing.
That is definitely one of the hardest climbs I've ever done, right up there with a cold. Really not sure I've got it in me to do the Northern Loop as well. That absolutely ruined me.
In aesthetic disarray, we look to replenish squandered muscle glycogen with carbohydrates flavoured solid. And do enjoy this descent. It is, after all, the second best of the day. Yep, Snowdonia really is something else. Snowdonia is a very special place, and I'm extremely grateful to Nick Brownbill for sharing this with us all. There is a change in plan here. We've not made quite the progress we thought we would, but we have sampled a very nice cafe stop. Lee, thank you very much for the cake and the drink. What's the new plan, sir?
Tea coffee, da iawn. It's the only Welsh I know. We're going to get back to Festiniog. We're definitely going to go up and do Stwlan Dam, but we are not going to do the Colid and Cwmegia.
Nice one, Paul.
The gate open.
There we go, my pleasure. The
Thank
leader
you
of the
very
pack.
much. Excellent gate.
The Dutch contingent over the brow.
It is, Phil. This is my favourite road of the whole loop.
Reuben and Reuben Senior, Mr. Simon, beautiful, cresting
Thank you, guys.
one of the beautifulest climbs. Beautifulest, is that a word?
Yeah, sure it is. That next rock is the most beautiful.
The climb to Bwlch-Y-Groes comprises 3 2-kilometre segments strung together at generally pleasant gradients. There's a few steep ramps, and there's a gate to be closed in the middle of each. To say this is a grade A piece of Welsh engineering and beauty would be to grossly understate the experience of cycling on these roads.
Look at the style, we've got the views here. Got Tommy out of the saddle. Beautiful here, beautiful. We've got great shots here, great shots. JT, there we go. Vibrations, good vibrations. I'd say. It's rather small and film. Cross is Bosley, we got to get across the gate. 6 men have managed to negotiate a gate. Congratulations everybody. 6 is the answer. And look at that, for a slab of man-made slate mountain.
Stollen Dam ascends 267 metres over 2.76 kilometres with a consistent average gradient of 9.7%. And it is the first of the climbs on Nick's northern loop, but today it was our penultimate climb. God bless Lee Baxter and all who sail in him, and there he goes with his infernal low cadence, looking proper strong. He's aiming for a fast time on the Fred Whitten this year. As an FYI, I reckon he looks good for it. Brownbill Senior here, aka Paul the Indefatigable, and you can tell that he's had years and years of crit and road racing in the legs. Strong as an ox.
Make sure to like the video and subscribe to Bike Racing Without Mercy.
Cheers Tommy, you're a gent, and you look like you've made some beautiful WKG gains since we last rode together in the Yorkshire Dales for the struggle back in May 21. Looking forward to riding the full 2 loops with you later on in the year. 14 minutes 30 seconds, averaging 253 watts for Stollen Dam. Pretty happy with that. 1 minute slower than my PB, which was on fresh legs, and trust me, I regretted that by the time I hit the Colid. Check out the UK's hardest 100 kilometres for Nick's and my recce of the Northern Loop. It's brutal but bewitching. That small blue dot is Tony Cope, aka Top Cat, travelling at high velocity. He was using me as his carrot, and I hadn't managed to get a lot of footage of him because he'd been at the front smashing the climbs in another league to me altogether. However, here we managed to catch Tony in full flight and all of his considerable glory cresting Stollen Dam.
Come on TC. To the climbers, the Stollen Dam spoils. Look at that, and the sun's out. Look at that. We've had all the weathers, but Snowdonia's treated us well, Nick. Big respect for you for bringing us out here. Thanks ever so much, and really well done for everybody for completing it.
Yeah, well done.
Beautiful.
Guys.
Look at that though. What a way to finish.